Welcome back to my channel. I'm a little late getting my last project in. As I told you guys, I had a wedding I had to do this weekend. So this is my final project, and there are lots of elements that are going to go into it. I'm creating a scene, and so there's going to be lots of different things going into it. So I want to explain some things, and then I'm going to be mixing up some resin, putting you guys on pause, and then coming back. And so this is the tray, which is going to be my base, and then my highlight is going to be this skull mold, and I'm going to be putting in a little snow globy dealy in there. And instead of doing like a snow globe thingy, I'm going to be doing the swirl. And what I've used inside of that is the Let's Resin Intense Chameleon powder in the dark magenta, and a little bit of the purple holographic glitter, and a little bit of the Let's Resin Galaxy Intense Chameleon powder. So those are the three that I've used in that. And then I have two pumpkin molds, actually three pumpkin molds, but these two that I have dusted two different colors. And this one is done with green and fairy green. So those are the two colors for that one. And then this one I did in the Galaxy and the dark magenta. So those, or wait, I'm sorry, back up. I did this one in the Galaxy, and I think the fairy green. Yeah, half and half. And then this one, which, oops, sorry, kind of sticks. This one is a skeleton pumpkin mold, and I dusted the whole thing in the Galaxy. So those are what I'm pouring, and this is going to be a clear base, and I'm going to put rock in the base of it with some lights to make it look like gravel. And then I have three skeletons that I'm going to be sitting inside of here with a couple of tombstones. Let me grab those for a second. Now, I could not find a tombstone mold to save my soul. I looked everywhere on the internet, everywhere, could not find one. So what I ended up having to do is to make my own, and I made them out of polymer clay, and then I just dusted them with some chameleon powder, like a bronze color, and I did a little bit of silver and some black to get these colors, and those are going to be standing up with the skeletons. So those are my two tombstones. And then these pumpkins are going to go in with this. And then this is going to light up. I'm going to be putting a little light up. Oh, I guess I have one out already. I'm going to put a silicone plug in here, and then this will fit inside of this. And these run by remote, and they're waterproof. And so then when this is done, it'll sit right here in the front, and then this will be in the bottom of it. So this will light up. There'll be lights around here, the skeletons, the skulls, and then the pumpkins, and this will be the whole thing. So, and the reason I'm doing this, you're gonna laugh, but earlier on in the year, I had ordered some skeletons to do another project with, and I failed to read the description of these skeletons, thinking that they were just small skeletons. Let me grab one for you and I'll show you what I got. Now these came in a box of 5. Look how big these skeletons are. Now mind you, when you fold them, and they're all hinged, so their hands, arms, and everything move. Their head moves. Their body is solid, but you can shape them into any shape that you want, and they have little screws in every little thing, and they hinge, so they're great quality, and they glow in the dark. So they are going to be my highlights, and they're going to sit in a group of 3, and I'm going to I have the inspiration I have is I got a snow globe for Halloween, and there's a set of 3 skeletons sitting together with a couple of tombstones, and then the highlight in there in the side of the snow globe is a lantern, but I'm going to make the highlight of mine this skull, and they're all 3 going to be sitting around this skull, and they're going to have their hands on the skull, and it's all going to light up. So that's my idea. Whether it all comes to fruition, I don't know, but that's my plans. So we'll see how it goes. So that's my idea. So that being said, I need to mix up some resin, and I'm going to pour these 3 pumpkins. I'm just going to pour, I'm actually going to, instead of using black, I'm going to use purple as my background color on these. And I'm going to mix that up, and then I'm going to mix to do this, but I'll do this on camera so you can see how I do those. And then lastly, I'm going to pour my clear into this, and then I'm going to set that and then pour this, and then we're going to let all this cure, and it won't be ready to unmold until tomorrow to be able to put it together, but it is what it is. I had a wedding this weekend, so I am a few days late, so it is what it is. But I will mix up some resin and get these poured. You don't need to see me do that. You know what I'm doing, and so then once I get all these poured, then I'll come back and we'll make this little globe here. So, okay, I'll be right back, guys. Okay guys, got all my resin in my molds, and I have my stuff mixed up. I wanted to show you what I use for my glycerin. I use glycerin and distilled water. Usually half and half mix, half glycerin, half distilled water. And I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. Might have to mix up more. I'm not quite sure, because I'm not sure how much this bulb holds. Yep. Definitely. I think I'm going to try and mix some of this up first. I'm going to put my thumb over that. Very cool. Okay, now I am going to I'm just going to pour my glycerin from here, and then I'll just put some more water in there. This stuff's quite thick. Didn't realize it was this thick. So this might take a while. So let me mix up some more here. Let's see. You notice it turns cloudy when you first get it. I just mix it till it's clear. Which doesn't take very long. Now we'll fill this back up. I'll fill it up. I'm going to try to fill it so that I don't get a bubble, because I don't want a bubble. Very careful. Whoops. All right. Now I am going to grab a pipette, because I don't want to, there's one. I don't want to pour. So I want it full, but I don't want to overfill it because glycerin is very greasy. And I filled it up just to that inner ring, just like that. Now I've already got my piece of plastic cut out. Take off that piece of plastic. I am going to take my UV resin. I think I got a drop water, which is what I didn't want to do. Let me grab a I may have to just take a little bit off there, because I don't want that rim to be wet. Okay, now I'm going to take a squirt of alcohol and wipe that off because glycerin is oily. We don't want oil on your rim. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my UV resin and I'm going to go around the edge of this, like that. And then I'm going to place my little piece of plastic right on top. And then I'm going to press it down. Make sure it's centered. Doesn't matter if it's on the outside because I'm going to be putting some more on there anyway. And then move this out of the way. I'm going to shine my light on it and cure it. Okay, now I'm going to turn this upside down and I'm going to put UV resin all the way around. Just to make sure that it's a solid seal around there. And try not to drip it. And it's going to drip. Can you guys see this? I hope. And that's basically it. Done skis. Just gonna mix that up. I poured in some of that glycerin and it's probably sticking in there. Don't know if I like that. That glycerin, I poured it in there and look what it's doing. That's not cool. I should have mixed it with water. It's causing a problem. I shouldn't have done that. It's not wanting to mix now. Well, what the heck? Well, I may have to make a new one because that's not cool. That glycerin that I just poured in there raw from the bottle. Look what it's doing. It's causing clumps in there. I should have mixed it with water. I shouldn't have poured it in there like that. I was trying to be slick, thinking I was taking a shortcut. Well, anyway, you get the gist of how that works. That's how you fill one of these balls and affix the top. But I'm going to have to fix that because that's not working. I don't like that. I mean, when it's not clumping like that, it's very pretty. Okay, there you go, guys. That's how that works. I'll fix that. Not a problem. And then that is going to go down inside here like this. And then I'm going to mix up some deep pour resin, and I'm going to fill it up to about, if you can see inside of here, I'm going to fill it up to probably about the teeth, and then let that cure. And then I'm going to put a thin layer of resin on there, and I'm going to put my plug in there. And then I'm going to pour a layer of purple over that so we can see that layer will be dark, and then the rest of it will be 100% clear. So that's my plan. So I will come back to you when that is all ready. Okay? We'll see you when I'm ready for that. Okay? Okay, guys. I ended up having to remake my ball because I didn't like that clumping in there on that one. And so I used a totally different mica powder, and I like this one a lot better. Although I got a bubble in there, but it's not going to make any difference because it's going to be upside down. But isn't that cool? So, yeah. Okay, I got my deep pour mixed up. And I'm going to pour a little bit in there. I ran it through my vacuum chamber. Not that it needed it, but I did anyway. Just because I want this to be as clear as possible. And then we're gonna stick this down inside there. Now this skull mold, just in case you guys know or don't know, I had to order a different size of bulb for these because the normal size bulbs are way too small, and the next size up at Hobby Lobby are almost 4 inches around. And so I got on Amazon, I measured the one from Hobby Lobby, and I'll show you the difference here. Just one second. So this is the size that fits in the normal skull, the normal size skull. And then the next size up they had at Hobby Lobby is this size. So look at the comparison. It's huge. And so I measured and got this size. And this size fits perfect in the skull. And I'll link these in my description box and where I got them from. So that way you have the sizes of what they are. So I didn't know if you knew that this big skull takes a different size versus the regular skull. That's pretty important. I'm going to spray a little alcohol in there. Now this is deep pour resin, and because my bulb is going to take up a majority of this room, I think we should be okay to pour up to where I want to pour, which is right up there by the teeth, and not have any issues. My ball is going to float. Hang on to that. And I'll have to probably put something on that to make it so that it doesn't float. Okay. So that right there is about where I could probably do a little bit more. See if I could do this without moving. That's that ball. I just want to go right up to the top of that ball. There we go. Now you stay there. And that should do it. I'm going to spray with alcohol one more time. Ugh, good grief. How am I getting this all over me? Now this is deep pour resin, so it will not even be close to being ready until tomorrow. And then once that's cured, then I'm just going to use regular 1:1 epoxy for my last layer. Looks like I might have to babysit this for a bit. Once it settles, it'll be okay. All right, so that takes care of that. And then once all those cure, then we'll come back and we'll demold these and we'll start placing on the tray and get that part all going. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. Happy Halloween, everyone. Sorry I'm late on my project, but we'll get her done. I can't wait to see what it looks like at the end. Good night, everyone. Have a safe and happy Halloween. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Gosh, I've been trying to get this thing put together. Move you guys back here just a little bit. Off a camera so that I don't have to try to do so much on camera. You know, because this video is getting quite long. So here's what I did. I got the tray, the lights in the tray. I got 2 layers poured on it. I got all of that stuff. My skull is still curing because I used deep pour resin. So, and I got the final coat on it tonight, but I don't think it's quite ready to come out of that yet. But everything else is ready. I got the skeletons in, the tombstones on, and it's ready for its final coat of resin. But I want to get these out of the mold first, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like after I get these out, so we can see what they look like. Oh, goodness. Come on. There you go. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. See, I did 2 different colors and I blended them so that there wouldn't be a stark line on there. Isn't that cool? I just love him. And then I'm going to color in his mouth and his eyes black. All right, let's get this one out. A bit of overflow there. That's Sylvia. She's a mess. And then this one, I did the fairy green and the green. And I did the same thing. I blended them so that they were a stark line going around them. Aren't they cute? And then I filled them with purple. For some reason, I just like that purple better than I like black. I think the purple really brings out those colors. So those are my 2 pumpkins. Now this one is a skeleton pumpkin, and it is a new mold. I did order it just for this project. So let's get this baby out of here. Not quite sure. Ooh. It's a real squishy mold, so it should come right out. Ah, look at that. That is so cute. He's got lots of detail on him too. How cute. Sand down those edges, and he's pretty color too. I just did him all in the galaxy, but that is so cute. So there's that. Okay, now these molds aside here, and I'm gonna pour some resin on top of here, and then I'm gonna set these little babies in here. I did put gravel and rock on top of here. I mean, this mold, there isn't much room on top of here, so may just have to swoosh it around a little bit. Because I don't want it to go over the edge. Because like I said, there ain't much room. And I had to raise all these guys' arms up in the air because they was in my way. Do that again. Till I'm ready to. And then I found some moss. I'm going to put some moss in and around some of this so that it looks like grass. And the lights are in and they are working. I'll turn those on here in a minute. These are kind of hard to get around when I was putting all this gravel down. And I don't really care if it's not scientifically correct, because, I mean, what ground in a cemetery is correct? None. Right? All right, I'm going to turn this around. Which side was I pouring out of? I want to get that all over my hands. Oh, whoops. Forgot the cord here. Let me put you guys on pause while I do this because I have a feeling I'm going to make a mess. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, got that done. Got everything covered, I think. Could maybe use a little bit more right here. Once it's sunk into those rocks. Okay. Okay. I'm going to turn the lights on so you can see what those look like. Can you see them? Move this out of the way. Move it back a little bit. There. Okay, so the big skull is going to go right here. And then I'm just going to put this little guy right here. And then I probably better color these black first. Huh. My black marker. I'll color these in. But Sylvia just thinks she needs to be in here with us, doesn't she? Just don't like her being in here when I'm messing with resin. Because she doesn't know what the word stay off the counters mean. Voila. There's one. This guy here has a cute little face. So is everybody ready to get started on their Christmas stuff? I've seen that Wendy from Tupish and Claire from Claire's Crafty Corner, they've already started. Those two cracked me up. I didn't realize that they were such good friends until I seen their collaboration that they did together. Or I guess it really wasn't a collaboration. I guess it was when Wendy did her giveaway. I just love all of Wendy's graphics. Gosh, they're so good. I could never in a million years be that good. I know, I'm being so careful. It's hard to do when you're trying to do it sideways. There's that one. Cute, cute. Okay. Now, I'm going to put this little guy right here next to him, and then I'm going to wait for the big pumpkin so that I can decide where I want to put this last little guy. Make sure he's got enough resin around him. All right, now I'm going to bring you guys down so you can see what it looks like from the front. While I've got you here, just 1 second. Finger off the front of the camera. Zoom out a little bit. There. I swear, officer, I didn't do it. I swear. I swear. They all have their arms up in the air. So let me go in a little closer to everything. I really wanted to put top hats on these skeletons, but do you think I could find those either? Then I was going to make some, and I just ran out of time. Okay, let's put some moss on this baby. Put you back up here. Okay. And this is what I have, some of this stuff. I'm going to try to get some of it out of here without trying to make a big mess all over everything. Because it is messy. I think I'm going to use tweezers for this. Okay. So I don't get my big old hands in the way. Okay, put you on pause. I'm going to do this real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I got everything on there. Guess what I did, guys? I took a chance. I unmolded it. And boy, was it a challenge. Got the plug out. Okay. It's a little sticky still, but and it has a bubble at the top. This is still a little bendy down here, but not too bad. And then I got my hole there. But other than that, it looks pretty good. I did have a couple bubbles in the eyes. I'm not quite sure why, but anyway, it's still sticky. I used alcohol to get it out of that mold, and it's sticky now. Get my little light here, stick it underneath there. How am I going to show you this? All this stuff on this table without knocking anything off. Turn some lights off here. Gosh, everything seems sticky. Sticky, sticky, sticky. Alexa, turn off craft room.
Okay.
Can you guys see this? Turn these off. Okay. So can you see? It can be red, green, orange, blue. Well, I guess that's purple, which is the color I want it to be. It's purple. Pink. Yellow, which really isn't yellow. Teal. And then that's pink or something like that. And then there's purple. So let me lift this up here so you can see. It's so sticky, I need to wipe it off. Can you see all that in there? Disappointed about that bubble. Really disappointed. Let's do red. Ooh, red. Green. Blue. Teal. And then of course you can have it fade through all the colors if you want. And then you can have it strobe. You can have it flash. So there's lots of things you can do with it. You can turn the colors up, down. And then you can have it white. But white obviously does nothing to it, so you would have to have it I like it either this color or this color because that's my theme. So yeah, I just love it. But that's the whole process. And these are waterproof, so see, it just sits inside of there. It's just a little light. It sits right inside that little hole. But I'm not going to resin this down because I want this to be able to come out of there in case you ever have to change the batteries. So whenever this dries, then I'll set it on top of there. That way this is removable and you can take this off, change the batteries if you need to. So once that's done, then that'll sit right there. And then I'll arrange their hands to all sit on top of it and then figure out where I'm going to put the other pumpkin. So tomorrow when this is all dry, I'll come back and we will put that on. Turn some lights on. I don't know if you can see, but the skeletons, where's my UV lamp? I've had stuff scattered all over this craft room today trying to get this done, but the skeletons are, can you see that? Let me pull it down here so you can see. So see, the skeletons are glow in the dark. Wish I would have put some glow in the dark stuff on those. And so see, the skeletons glow in the dark. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. When this is cured tomorrow, I will come back and we'll get the big skull set on there, and then we'll get the hands put down, and then we'll get this out of that, and we'll see how it looks. Okay? All right, everybody. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I went ahead today and I assembled this project. I added a few things and basically put it together because this video has been way too long, which I knew it was going to be because it's such a big project. So let's dive into what I did, and I'll show you what it looks like complete. So without further ado, here we go. Are you ready? There it is. I ended up making hats because it just didn't look complete without the hats. And how I did that, I just used some tubes with some cardboard, some paint, some glitter, and threw them together. And then, you know how I said I wished I would have added some glow in the dark to the tombstones? Well, I did that. And then I added another little skeleton. And then I threw some of the leftover glow in the dark paint on the base. And then I also added some of it to these pumpkins. And so that's basically how it looks. So let's turn some lights off so we can see how these look. I'm going to put you on pause, turn off all the lights, and then we'll see what it looks like, okay? Be right back. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the base. Lights on. Let me turn the skull on. And there's the skull. And then, so you can see everything lit up with the black light. So there's the skeletons. And then you can see, let's see if I can get this black light right. You can see the grass is kind of glowing a little bit. The tombstones. And so that's what it looks like. What do you guys think? Isn't that cute? So that's my final project. I said it was going to be epic. I hope you guys think it's epic. I like it. Everyone that I showed it to said that it was really cool. So everything's made out of resin except for the tombstones are made out of clay, but they are covered in resin. And then the skeletons obviously are plastic. And then the hats are made out of cardboard, but everything else is resin. So it's a 13-inch round, and I would say it's probably about 13, 14, maybe 15 inches high. So that's a pretty good size project. So, and it took me about 2 days to get it done. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to get some final photos of it and get it on YouTube so you can see what it looks like. If you like it, please hit that like button. And if you're liking what I'm putting on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you. And of course, please tell me what you think. I'd love to hear what you think about my final project. So from here on out, guess what? It's holiday time, Christmas, all that good stuff. So I'll be starting on some of those projects. So it's been fun because Halloween's my favorite time of year. Too sad that it's over, but gotta move on. It was fun, guys. So thanks for watching me on my Halloween series. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been fun. But we're going to move on to the next Christmas season. I know I sound thrilled, don't I? Okay, well, y'all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video with the next season of things fun and sparkly and snowy and wintry and all that good stuff. So thanks, guys. Love ya. Bye.